What's going on, guys? So today we are out here at Colonia Del Rey RV in Corpus Christi, Texas at their newer location, and we're going to take a look at this really cool, and I'm not going to say compact. I mean, most people see an RPod and they automatically think super small, lightweight, and compact, but this is a more closer to a mid-size travel trailer. So, you know, certainly RPod's migration from the normal teardrop compact stuff to something a little bit bigger. But this is a really cool travel trailer, and RPod is by Forest River, but let's take a closer look at it. Hang tight, I'll be right back. All right, as always, before we get started, let's take a look at the numbers on this beast. So this RPod is going to have a gross vehicle weight rating of 6,485 pounds. It's going to have a cargo capacity of 1,953 pounds. It's going to ride on 3,000-pound axles, and it's going to have 225/75 R15 tires, D-rated tires, 65 PSI recommended, so it's probably going to have a relatively decent tire, I hope. It's just a little bit longer and a little heavier than I would typically recommend for a half-ton. Now, that's not saying that there aren't half-ton trucks with the right payload capacity and the right weight to be able to handle something like this. So just because I say 3/4 ton towable doesn't absolutely mean you need a 3/4 ton. If you have the right spec'd out half-ton, or if you have the experience to tow it safely, then you're probably going to be fine with another type of truck too. But as always, let's go ahead and walk over and get inside of this unit. You can see this really nice high gloss door. Asdel sidewall construction, which is really cool. It's a composite construction, basically prevents or helps resist the ability for the wall to delaminate if moisture or water or anything like that gets into it. Is this thing open? It is. Got a little micro outside kitchen here. This pulls out. There is no cooktop on it, but it does support a cooktop, and that is your Everchill refrigerator. But this is the RPod RP202. All right, stepping up the Moride step above steps. You know, I'm actually a pretty big fan of RPod. They make some really cool units, and this one's no different. So this appears to be more of a couples unit, mainly because this is more like a theater style seating, but this does fold out into a bed. So now you could bring a couple kids in here, which is nice. So that is a hide-a-bed, and you typically don't see it in this type of configuration. So they've done some interesting things here. So this is to kick up your legs right here, which I can't do with one hand. There we go. It also converts into a jackknife sofa. That is really cool. You know, I haven't really seen a combination of a jackknife sofa and a recliner before. This must be something relatively new. It's got the little plugs on the side, so you can plug in like little tables and things like that. And that's your handle to turn it into its jackknife sofa configuration, so you can turn it into a bed. On this side, here's your kitchen. We'll stop and look at the price real quick. This has an MSRP of $40,867 and an asking price of $30,201. I am so happy that pricing is starting to settle down a little bit. Pricing was so out of control for such a long time, and it appears the pricing's a little bit better, because about a year ago, this would probably be $50,000 MSRP and $40,000 sale price. So this is definitely getting more in line to where it was before the pandemic. Really nice, huge basin sink here. 2-burner gas cooktop. Over here you have a cabinet under the sink with quite a bit of room, and it's unobstructed, so you don't have any of your plumbing lines coming down there, which is nice. Again, you have your microwave right here. Over here you have your Norcold gas electric refrigerator. It's getting so hard to tell the difference between these and their electric counterparts, or the 12-volt counterparts, because they're looking very similar. You have to look for the gas button on it, though. Right when you walk in, to your right, you have some big storage there. Huge storage here with adjustable shelves. Really nice. You have your Connex TV up here, all your controls, all of your lights, power, USB. A lot of little netting. And that's one thing that RPod has always done well. They make great use of practical spaces that might otherwise be dead spaces. Entertainment center. More storage right here. Oh wow, that's a very large storage. This is wardrobe storage. Very good size. You have your AC controls. It is wired for solar. 110 outlet right there. You have your single Coleman Mach air conditioning system up top. It's nicely trimmed off, very light colors. I think probably the only thing I would add, I'd probably figure a way to put bigger windows in. Maybe just taller windows on the side right here, let in a little bit more natural light. Coming into the restroom, reasonable size shower for such a, you know, relatively small travel trailer. Has a plastic toilet. Nice heights in here. A lot of people ask about RVs that can support taller individuals. For the size of this RV, it does pretty well. Now you have a skylight up here which protrudes up about 3.5 inches because the shower basin comes off the floor about 4 to 5 inches. So keep in mind, if you're a taller person, you might have some issues possibly fitting inside the shower area. You have your nice cornered basin sink here. You have your medicine cabinet above, as well as pantry storage right here. Good amount of storage. Then you have more storage right here. You have a nice central vacuuming system down here, which is really nice. So basically what you do is you sweep everything up to it, you put your foot down, open it up and sweep it in. Nice storage right there. And then you pass through the restroom, which some people like or dislike, into the bedroom. So this is where your TV would hang on the wall. A lot of storage beneath it. You could easily put some clothes here, like pants, socks, shirts, things like that. And then you have some wardrobe storage on the side. Very interesting how the roof kind of radiuses down like this. This is very indicative of RPod, but on a larger floor plan like this, it's very interesting how quickly it radiuses down, because you have quite a bit of headspace right here, but then it drops down. But I don't think you have any concern that you're going to bump your head if you sit up in bed, which is really nice. Nice wardrobe storage with hanging bar there. That's that griddle that goes on the outside kitchen that we looked at. Likely have some storage under the bed, which you do. Quite a bit of it too. 30 amp cable was in there. And if you want some privacy, of course, you can close these sliding doors to isolate the living room from the bedroom area. Or if you just want to close that door, you can isolate the bathroom and bedroom from the living room area. This is a great floor plan for, I would say, a couple with 2 children. A small family. Only because you have this jackknife sofa right here, which is going to permit you the ability to sleep some kids. Now, lengthwise, it's really long, and you might only be able to get one tall teenager or adult on there. But whenever it's in its, bed configuration, if you have shorter children, younger kids, they could easily sleep lengthwise here. So that is really nice. A very, very practical way to still give you theater seating at the same time a really nice bed. So yeah, they made really, really great use of practical space in this. Anyways, let's hop outside and take a look at the outside of this unit. All right, so starting up front, you have a power front tongue jack. You have a spot for one 25-pound propane can. That would have been nice if they would have given you 2 25-pound spots. Basically a little bit more propane when you're out and about. You could probably fit 2 batteries in there, or just 1 large battery in that area. This storage right here is going to be your pass-through storage. Nice unobstructed area. You can see the aluminum framework above it. You have scissor-style stabilizers on all 4 corners. Propane connection down here. This is going to be what you would use to connect to your griddle, which goes inside this little outside kitchen we already took a look at. So these are Ridgeway sport tires. Yeah, I'm actually not a fan of these tires. I would upgrade to something a little bit more significant, a little bit more robust, with a better reputation overall. It's not that they're horrible tires, it's just that they're not great tires. And when you're traveling with your family, you're going over different types of road conditions, it's always good to have great tires. I like this little fender flare they put here, and this does use torsion suspension, so it's not leaf sprung. So they've done a lot of things right, a lot of really, really good things. One thing I wish they would have continued, maybe throw a Goodyear Endurance on here, throw a G-rated tire if they can, not needed, but just something a little bit more robust. Again, your MORryde step above. You got that really high gloss entry door, nice awning above, some speakers outside for entertainment. You have your 4-inch tubular bumper on the back that you can throw your sewer hose in. It is wired for a Furrion wireless backup camera. Spare tire outside of your refrigerator. You're going to have your other vent up top right here. This is a very efficient way to use a gas electric refrigerator because it really needs that ability for the heat to escape. Outside of your furnace, all LED lighting. You have a full walk-on roof, so you can climb up top if you need to and clean off your roof. Schwintek slide on the single slide right here. A quick note, whenever you're washing your RV, be sure not to spray water up these holes. These are called weep holes. They're basically for the condensation that forms when you run your AC so it can drip out. Underneath here, this rides on a 6-inch I-beam frame, which is fine for this size of RV. This right here is your sewer station. It's gonna be your gray water tank, and that's gonna be your black tank. And here's all your water connections, city water as well as your fresh water, and then you have your drain down there. That side's locked. Very nice unit. I like that they have the power disconnect right here as well. Basically what that's designed for is to prevent you from having that parasitic draw off of the battery because of the fire or smoke alarms or other things that might be inside of the RV that are pulling small amounts of power. And then you come back to your RV, you're unable to use your tongue jack because your battery's dead. So this gives you the ability to completely cut off your battery so you don't have that draw when this thing's in storage. Nice magnetic hold right there for this little door. Anyways, what do you guys think? Very, very cool, compact RPod. I love the window up front, and it's certainly a departure from the typical RPod most people are used to. But I'd love if you left a comment below. Give me your thoughts on this specific travel trailer. Again, for me, I would recommend a 3/4 ton, almost any 3/4 ton that's fairly modern. You know, I'm not saying that you need the highest payload package 3/4 ton, but that's probably gonna be the safest to tow something like this. You can get away with some half tons. The main thing you gotta keep your eye on is how much weight's gonna be transferring to your truck and how much weight you're gonna have in your truck, especially considering how far back the axles sit on here. So they sit a little further back than you would typically see on, you know, another travel trailer. Anyways, guys, I sure hope you've enjoyed this video. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.